Hello, this is the second video for Math0302, Chapter 3, Section 3. We're going to look at Practice 2 now. It says graph x plus 2y equals negative 4 by finding and plotting intercepts. Make a table of values. Okay, here's the thing. When you're asked to make a table of values, if it's in this form, this is called standard form. Well, what we want to do is we want to find a table of values, right? It's almost always easiest to find an x-intercept and a y-intercept. So notice that here the x-intercept will be on the second row and the y-intercept will be on the first row. And then we have a third point that we're going to find, and I'll talk about how we want to find that here in a second. Notice that for the y-intercept I can plug in 0 into the function. X plus 2y equals negative 4. If I plug in 0 for x, that means that this x becomes 0. That leaves me with 2y equals negative 4 because 0 plus anything is that anything. And this is just a simple equation that we can solve. How do you solve this one? Well, we divide by 2. So dividing by 2 is going to give me y equals negative 2. So the coordinate here for the y-intercept is 0, negative 2. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to solve this for the x value. Or in other words, I'm going to get the x-intercept. To do that, I'm going to replace the second term, or the y value, with 0, which means this entire term is 0. That leaves me with x is equal to negative 4. Notice that this just goes away, and I'm left with this term here. Notice I don't need to solve anything, so the coordinate is actually negative 4, 0. Okay, now in class I told you to see what the difference is between these two, 0 and negative 4. That difference is 4, right? So I could go to negative 8 if I want to, or 0 plus 4 gives me 4, and I could do a value of 4 here. But what I really want to do is I want to look at the number in front of y. Notice that the number in front of y is an integer, and that's how much I'm going to go up by. So instead of 4, I'm just going to do 2 instead to show you that you can use this as well. So I'm going to let x be 2. And that's going to give me 2 plus 2y is equal to negative 4. Then I solve. Notice that the first thing I need to do is I need to get this term to the other side because I need to get the y term to be by itself. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. Again, notice that I'm subtracting because this is a positive 2. Okay, so that's 2y equals negative 6. Now I need to get this y by itself, which means that this is all one term, so the only way to get rid of this 2 is to do the opposite of multiplying, which is dividing. And that's going to give me y is equal to negative 3. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go ahead and plot these points. And we're back. Okay, I've just had to do something here so we can actually draw on the coordinate grid. So this is the one for practice 2 here. Okay. Now again, the formula was x plus 2y equals negative 4. Now I've already got the coordinates, I'm going to graph them, so that's 0, negative 2. I don't go left or right, I go down 2. Notice that that's my y-intercept. Negative 4, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left 4, 0. And then I'll also plot 2, negative 3. So I go right 2 and down 3. Now notice that all of these fall onto the same line. Now this is going to be very difficult for me because I don't think I'm going to be able to do this very easily. Actually, got an idea. Let's see if this works. I have no idea. Well, it's close. Not that good. Here. let's do this. There we go. That's not bad. I'll do a second one here. Hey, I don't want that. There we go. Anyway, sorry about that. This could also extend this way, but remember to put your arrows at both ends, please. And there you go. This is how you graph this. Now notice that all three of these fell on the same line. If we made a mistake here, these would not all three fall on the same line, more than likely. There is always the possibility that you made the same mistake in all of them that caused them all to fall on the same line, but that's unlikely. Now, if that happens, you messed up somewhere up here, and you'd have to go back and check to make sure that you did this correctly. Okay. So this is how you graph a line. Also, notice that I didn't technically need this third coordinate. It just helps to check whether or not we did this correctly. Also notice that I needed the x and y intercept only, and I could use only those two to plot this, but that's only because it didn't go through the origin. If you have a line that goes through the origin, you must just do some other random points. Well, semi-random at least. Okay, so there you go. See you in the next video.